Dustin McLean, Claire Max, and Benjamin Martin. Experts in the world of cosplay and DIY. Masters of duct tape, cardboard, and hot glue. Together, they are the DIY Costume Squad.
Hey everybody, it's Claire, and on today's episode, I'm going to use some thrifted materials, some craft store supplies, to show you guys how to make Leeloo Dallas's orange suspender outfit from The Fifth Element. So let's give it a shot. Alright, so this is the costume that I'm making. It consists of a white crop top, and then she's also got these orange rubber suspenders and a pair of sort of goldish pants, which are really tight-fitting, kind of like leggings. And then she's got this wide belt that kind of sits slung over the hips. So I'm going to start with the shirt. I went to the thrift store and I found this top for $1.95. Pretty great deal, and I chose this one because it has, you can kind of see the same sort of rib knit pattern that her top has. So I am going to put this on. I'm going to pin it up around my body so that I can take it in a little bit, and then I'm going to cut the sleeves short and cut the body of it short. I'm going to fold it in half so I make sure that the sleeve is the same on the other side. It's time to take it over to the sewing machine and give it a little bit of hemming. If you do not have a sewing machine or you're not comfortable sewing, you could stitch this by hand, you could glue it, you could tape it. There are lots of other ways you can make it work if you really had to. But because I have it, I'm gonna use it. And the final step is to hem the sleeves. I'm gonna do that with a zigzag stitch on the machine so that the fabric can still stretch. Ta-da! Now I'm gonna move on to the pants. I got these leggings at a cheapo fabric store for $5.99, and bonus, they are butt lifting. All right, so I have my pants on now. They are extremely comfortable, which is always a plus. I'm gonna go ahead and add the lines using a fabric tape. So this is a really flexible tape. It's about 15 bucks for the roll. Tape is so sticky. And I'm doing it while I have them on, not only so I can make sure the lines are in the right place, but also because now they're stretched out. If I were to put this on while they weren't stretched out and then try to stick my leg in there, it's not gonna work. So I decided once I took these off that they need a little bit of help staying in place. So I'm gonna add a little bit of hot glue. All right, and the last step to this costume is to make the infamous orange suspenders. Her real suspenders in the movie are made out of silicone rubber, but that takes a lot of specialty materials, molding, casting. It's expensive and complicated. We're gonna skip all that and we're going to use an old favorite of mine. This is craft foam. It's usually in the children's section of the craft store. So this package of foam comes with about 10 sheets and it's about $5. So I am going to take some measurements of myself and then I'm going to draw out a pattern on some brown craft paper. I get this at the post office. It's a few dollars for a roll. So I'm gonna use my measurements and go ahead and draw this bad boy out. Don't eat pins, Kat, no. So I'm using a thread spool or any round object that's the right size to trace where the hole-shaped cutouts are going to go. Hole-shaped? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the back. Undercover cat producer. And then I'm gonna tape both together and try it on. Not half bad. It'll look better when it's not paper. So let's get it transferred onto foam. So these foam sheets obviously aren't big enough to cut the whole piece out of, so we're gonna have to piece them together. I have here my trusty X-ACTO knife. This is my preferred method of cutting foam rather than scissors because scissors can sometimes make sort of jagged lines that are really easy to see on foam. So it's a whole lot of cutting out circles, one by one, kind of tediously, but once they're all done, I will be able to attach all the pieces of the suspenders together. All right, so here are my assembled suspenders, and now we are ready to prep them for paint. Sort of weird, like, what is that? So I'm starting out with a gray primer because the foam is a few different colors and I want an even base so the paint goes on evenly. All right, so now that our primer's dry, we're ready for the color. This is some fluorescent orange, and it was about $5. All right, so while that's drying, I'm gonna make another special little accessory, the multi-pass. So for this, I'm gonna have some help from my friend Dustin. I think I hear him coming down.
I've been hiding back here. All right, multi-pass time.
What do you have for me?
First of all, I photoshopped together just the graphics and printed that out.
Perfect.
So that's ready to go. And then also just made a little template for you. Just while I had the sizing, I just looked up pictures online and stuff. Went through my junk box and found some cool little tidbits. Little piece of wire.
Awesome.
I think that'll be perfect. And the end of an old flashlight. Got some yellow spray paint and some glue and some wire cutters. That's a full multi-pass packet.
Fantastic.
Ready to go. I'll just be hanging out back here.
Thank you so much, Dustin. So now that I have these pieces done, I'm gonna take them outside and spray them with the same gray primer that I used before. So now I'm gonna use this little flashlight piece that Dustin gave me. I'm gonna take out the little plastic lens that's on the inside, and that is going to become this little yellow gem here. Multi-pass. All right, so now that we have the completed costume, it's time to try the whole thing on. The last few finishing touches are a belt. I got this at Goodwill for $4, and some boots, which I already had. This is the strangest outfit. All right, not bad for a day's work. I know Leeloo doesn't have pink hair for now. Let's go show the guys.
All right, are you ready to check out Claire's
She should
Leeloo
be
Dallas?
any minute.
Yep, she's coming. There we go. All right.
Hey guys!
Yeah, looking awesome.
That is awesome.
Nice wig too.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Thanks to my friend Meredith for lending me the very legit Leeloo wig.
That is a proper wig. You could probably make your own. You could just use the same spray paint and chop one up. But yeah, this is
So
looking
what
great.
is the suspenders here?
They are made of craft foam.
Nice.
Nice. And you got your multi-pass?
Got my multi-pass.
I helped out a little on that one.
Thanks, Dustin.
It's looking great.
It functions too, right?
It's totally functional. I could get on board a spaceship with this.
So how much did this cost?
The whole thing was under $40, which is pretty amazing.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Next week, we have Ben making
Mega Man.
All right, Mega Man.
Be sure you check it out. Make sure you leave comments if you have any suggestions for costumes you want to see us make. Hit us up for sure.
All right, guys, here we go.
Okay.
Costume
Squad.
away.
Go! Whoosh.